Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 23 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. And this is the Reset Tour, a bike trip around the Southeast to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So yeah, this is the last day of the Reset Tour. I am still here at the KOA. Yesterday, it rained on and off, like it wasn't bad, but it rained all night. It is still raining now, as I'm sure you can hear. It is going to rain all morning. Good news is, though, there's a bike shop that's like 9 miles away, so that's all I've got to pedal. I have talked to the bike shop, West Asheville Bikes, a guy named Jeff there, and he said he could box the bike and help me send some other things home. So my uncle passed away, and my mom, who is the one who babysits the most with Clark and getting the kids on and off the bus, while Christy, works in Mobile, she immediately left to go be with her only remaining sister. So, prayed about it, and the decision did not come lightly, but I decided that it was time to fly home and then, resume things on the Liam tour and the Midwest tour next year. I do have, like, a cool thing. So, we were already planning, like, a trip to Mount Cheehaw. They were going to meet me there, and I was going to, cycle there next weekend. And of all things, coincidentally, my aunt lives in Anniston, Alabama, which is like 20 minutes away. So we still get to go to that. And Liam, I talked to him last night, and he wants to do his own personal fundraiser. He's going to try and ride his bicycle from Devil's Den Waterfall, 7 miles to the very top of Mount Cheehaw. It's 7 miles, and he wants to, do $1 a mile, or $5 a mile, or $10 a mile, whatever you want to commit, but it's 2,000 feet of elevation climb. It'll be his first mountain ever. So he wants to, get y'all supporting. We're going to do a video. We're going to do videos of all that. But the real confirmations came in with, in prayer, not only that we'd be in the same area there, but I looked up, cheapest plane flights. I talked to Eben Corbiere about a hotel, could he get the price down? I have to have a hotel with a shuttle because the bike will be in a box. I can't just ride it into the airport. And so there's a Marriott right there next to the airport, and everybody, has their prices jacked on the weekend for the leaf peeping. So it's going to be like $300, which is crazy for a hotel room, just a plain old hotel room for one night. But it's the only thing that works. So I've saved some money by not continuing going on the tour, but definitely brought some things up. But there were, I guess, really two big confirmations. Amy Hughes had donated $365. Her nephew has been sober a year, and so she had donated $365 in honor of that, and the plane ticket, after the ticket and the luggage, was $370. So I was like, okay. And then cheapest plane flight lands in Mobile at 10:37 tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, and Liam has his biggest football game of the year, and it's homecoming, and it's at 11. So I'll be there 23 minutes before the homecoming game starts. Should give us enough time to get there if everything works out, correctly. But so with the whole homecoming affirmation, I knew it was the Lord, that the purpose is fulfilled for the Southeast tour. But yeah, you're gonna see the ride to the bike shop. Hopefully they'll let me film some of that and talk with them about it. Then I got an Uber over to the hotel, and then you'll see some of the plane flight home, and then hopefully you'll be able to see the surprise on Liam's face when I show up far earlier than he expects. He was so happy on the phone last night. He was like, "Dad, I've come up with a great idea. I want to get like a t-shirt that says Redeeming Eden, and I want to ride, and I want to like fundraise, and every mile I make it, I want people to like donate for a mile." So we're going to do like a whole video when I get home this week where Liam tells you about it, because you just got to hear like how excited he is to raise money for Redeeming Eden. Like, it was the coolest thing. I mean, it really, you know, he loves to pray. He never prays for himself. He always prays for other people. But he's always activating and engaging his mind on how he can help others, and it's just beautiful. So, anyway, love those kids. Excited I do get to see them early. You know, it's a mixed bag of emotions. Either way, let's get on the road in the rain, break down the tent in the rain, wet. One last time. Let's do this. One more thing before I get on the road. If you've given me a name to ride for, I will either ride for that name today. I'll do a slideshow video. Liam's ride will ride for a person, and then any other, you know, names will be carried over to the March tour with Liam, the Liam Louisiana tour, which will be a week in Louisiana, and then the Midwest tour if there are names left over after that week. So do know that was a big part of the prayer process that didn't come lightly in making the decision. But your person will be rode for, you will be prayed for. I pray for you anyway when I go through the list each day to start the day off and pray for the next person. But that day, you know, you'll get your day, I promise. Yeah, just wanted to throw that in there in case you were watching the channel to see, you know, your loved one's name there. Anyway, now let's get on the road. Well, Allie's all boxed up. So I went to West Asheville Cycles, and when I looked at the sign, I didn't get any video of anything there, but the sign had a mustache on it, so it was West Asheville Cycles. West Asheville Cycles. I was like, that's so cool. Jeff went above and beyond to help out, boxed the bike up. It was crazy what all he did. Like, he packaged all my other things that needed to be sent home so I could save money on those. And at the end of it, he said, I usually charge $60 for boxing a bike. He said, I'm only going to charge you $30 for what you're doing, man. So thank you so much, Jeff. That's so cool. I love going to a place where they care about people. And West Asheville Cycles is definitely one of those places. If you're in the Asheville area, definitely check them out. So 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, I get on a plane back to Mobile, Alabama. I'm washing clothes right now, about to start drying everything out. Thank you so much, Eben, for the reservation here at the Marriott. Yeah, I got here at like 2 o'clock, so good to go. Anyway, yeah, I think the next thing you'll see is my segue into flying back home. And you'll see that right about now. I promise that was faster for you than it was for me. So I'm here in Mobile, Alabama. First order of business, wife and Kirsten and Clark are gonna roll up, which you'll see in just a minute. And then we're going to a football game. It's homecoming and I have come home. Let's go. Hey. Hey, fella. That's the first one.
Oh, that's the first one I got like that. Hold on, Miss Jill. Yeah. What are you doing, fella?
This is the airport.
Like, what is this? Daddy, what is that?
My bike in the box. Let's go see Liam's game. And that's the next thing y'all are about to see right about now.
Without the helmet on.
That's the one.
All right, listen, I gotta tell y'all something.
Leah, hey, can I hold that? Huh? Homecoming. Yeah, I'm not playing. I hurt my back, so.
Oh, you hurt your back? How'd you hurt your back?
On my was at gymnastics.
Okay. Well, listen to him.
I'm gonna go to the.
There it is, there it is, there it is. Oh.
Alright, our AU homecoming queen, Tatiana Ali.
Come on. Is that cool?
All right, so as you just saw, we went to Liam's game, but he had hurt his shoulder, like his back, upper back area. Yeah, right in there. And so he did not play in the homecoming game. So when we got back home, Trey Finley was preaching at Wilmer Baptist, so me and Liam went there, Liam and I. And Christy had to go to Luke 418. She had some obligations there. But yeah, she had to work today. We drove up here to Anniston. That is Jacksonville, Alabama, that you see down here in the valley. We drove up to the, I think it's called the Chimney Rock Overlook, Chimney Bluff, something like that. But we wanted to come up here and end the video so that we could get it out to you. Had a couple questions, people asking how's everything going. Liam's got some cool stuff. We're going to do a video this week because this Friday we go up to Mount Cheaha, which is just south, actually just this way, east and south of us. And Liam is going to do a fundraiser for Redeeming Eden. Tell him about it.
Well, every mile I go, there's no limit. You can go as high as you want or as low as you want. But every mile I do, we're trying to get a fundraiser to go up to get some money for Redeeming Eden.
So essentially what he's going to do, we're going to go 7 miles from Devil's Den Waterfall, and we're going to try to climb all the way to the top of Mount Cheaha, 3,300 feet. It's a 1,768 foot climb. And Liam is going to attempt to bicycle that with me. And then every mile he goes, he's asking for people to pledge, like, okay, $1 or $5 a mile or $10 a mile, whatever you're comfortable with. And then if anybody out there wants to, like, pledge $1 a foot of elevation that we climb that day, which would be like $1,700, but we got a $10,000 fundraiser that we got to fill. So yeah, he's gonna attempt it. He's really excited about it. He actually came up with this whole idea on his own. Here, get down here and frame, buddy. He came up with this whole idea here on his own, and so they actually called me while I was getting ready to head home and told me about it. I was super impressed with his cognitive ability on this whole thing. Anyway, so Christy had to work today. We came up here to the funeral, and that's what we're about to go down to. But I wanted to end the video. If you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the POPL link in the description, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. That POPL link has all the ways that you can find me, social media, ways to donate, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and the INGO link
International Gospel Outreach. Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. And you can go there and find out more about Redeeming Eden and about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction. I know you don't either. So let's use Redeeming Eden as a tool that we might save a life. This is the Reset Tour, and this is the very last video of the Reset Tour. We'll do the Cheehaw video too. But we'll regain and start up back over in March with the Liam, Louisiana ride. He's going to attempt to do 200 miles over 5 days, 40 miles a day. Make it as far as he can. And yeah, super excited. And then the Midwest tour starts in April. So stay tuned for all those things. But yeah, big fundraiser. You'll see it on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, here. Liam's going to tell you all about it. So from here on the last day of the Reset Tour, we love you guys. Jesus loves you. We'll see you later. Have a good night.